I was speaking at the oldest Islamic university in Malaysia. It was tense. I told them I will be not attacking your belief, but I will be defending mine, and you can ask me any question you want. The chairman of the Department of Islamic Studies at the Malaya Islamic University was a woman by the name of Baharuddin. She hosted me. The mullahs and all of the scholars are sitting in the front row. Very tense, very intimidating. I presented my defense of why I believe Jesus Christ to be who he claims to be in his word. And finished after 45 minutes, answered questions for an hour. You could feel your palms just getting moist with tension, you know. And as I walked back to her office, I had told her the story of a sheikh in Jerusalem who had kissed me both sides of the face after we'd had he was one of the 4 founders of Hamas. Long story, I won't go into it. I just mentioned how he kissed me on both sides of the face and said, I hope I see you again. You're a good man, this kind of thing and so on. She said, Mr. Zacharias, if it were not prohibited, I too would reach out right now and give you a kiss on both sides of the face. He said, what you have just done for us in this university, in this class. I said, Professor Baharuddin, I am an ambassador for Christ and I just want to represent him. That's it, you know. A professor comes up, his name is Living Lee, he's a geologist at the university. He says, can I take you out for a meal? I said, I think I have an hour. So we went out. He said, Ravi, you don't know how critical it was what happened today. He said, because Ahmed Deedat, the South African Muslim scholar who was vitriolic and hostile in everything he ever said, came here and spoke and lashed out on Christianity, belittled it and mocked it and all. He said, I sat through the whole time wondering, what is this man trying to accomplish? And he talked about Christianity as being unlivable and nonsensical. So in the Q&A time, he said, Brother Ravi, I put my hand up and I said, Professor Deedat, I am a Christian. Why do you say my faith is unlivable? Ahmed Deedat said, come up here, come up here. And he called Professor Living Lee up to the front. He took his hand as far back as he could and slapped him, one horrific slap across his face. He said, I didn't think I could keep standing. My knees were wobbling, my face was ringing. And as I was just clearing my vision, he says, now turn the other cheek. He said, I said, God, I really need you. I really need you. And he tilted his neck to show the other. Deedat backed off and said, you know what, we can make this quicker. He said, give me your shirt. Give me your shirt. So Professor Lee took his shirt off. He said, you're supposed to give me your trousers too. He said, as a professor on the campus here, I turned to the audience and I said to my colleagues and students, please forgive me. But I'm going to do what he's asking me to do. He said, and I was standing there in my underwear, turned around and walked back to my office with my trousers and my shirt in the hands of Deedat. He said, I was literally crying in my office with pain across my face, thanking God for giving me this strength. And there was a knock on the door. When I opened the door, there was a lineup of students outside. Every one of them with a 98% Muslim audience in front of him there, student body, waiting to literally come and get on their knees and beg his forgiveness for what was just done to him. Love triumphs over hate. You see why hate destroys the hater before it destroys anybody else. Love has conquered the proclivities within the human heart and ultimately conquers outside. That's why Napoleon said, Alexander's kingdom and my kingdom will come to an end, but not Christ, because we conquered with weapons, he conquered with love.